In this episode, we reflect on the priority of the challenges of modern life. Listening in the Archdiocese named many pressures facing young people and families today. For example, anxiety, busyness, mental health struggles, loss of trust, and the weight of modern expectations. This priority calls the Church to respond with compassion, realism, and hope, accompanying people where they are and offering faith as a source of resilience and meaning. But what does Church teaching and Scripture offer to this priority? The teaching of the Church found in recent documents presents a deeply realistic and compassionate assessment of the challenges facing contemporary believers. Pope Francis situated faith within the concrete social, cultural, and psychological pressures of modern life. He resisted nostalgia and judgmentalism. This posture reflects Jesus' own approach. He did not distance himself from human suffering, but was repeatedly moved with compassion by the crowds, because they were harassed and helpless. Matthew 9:35-36. The final document of the 2024 Synod is particularly attentive to global suffering, war, migration, climate change, economic inequality, mental health struggles, and the erosion of trust in institutions. Rather than addressing these challenges abstractly, it emphasizes listening to lived experience, especially the voices of those most affected. The Church is called not to stand above these realities, but alongside those affected by them. This mirrors the gospel model where Christ listens, pauses, and responds to those who cry out to him from the margins. Christus Vivit focuses on the challenges faced by young people, including anxiety, loneliness, and disillusionment. Faith is presented as a source of resilience and hope, not by denying struggle, but by accompanying young people within it, echoing Jesus' invitation to all who are burdened to come to him for rest. Matthew 11:28-30. In the joy of the gospel, modern challenges are framed within an assessment of consumerism and exclusion, while the document from the Synod on the Family addresses family fragility with mercy and discernment. Collectively, these documents articulate a Church that takes modern life seriously, recognizing challenges not as threats to be resisted, but as places where God is already at work. The Church's credibility depends on its capacity to listen, accompany, and offer hope without judgment, in continuity with Christ's own compassionate engagement with the wounded world. We now invite you to listen to the proposed actions and pastoral pathways for the challenges of modern life. From the parish feedback, these are the proposals that emerged. To develop faith-based resilience programs. To provide parish support around mental health, anxiety, and perfectionism. To create safe spaces for young people to process pressures. To offer parish responses to addiction, gambling, and substance misuse. To provide parish supports for families overwhelmed by busyness. To offer pastoral responses to bereavement and fragility of life. To acknowledge and address abuse and loss of trust in church and secular institutions. To develop parish responses to faith in a secular culture. From the schools, the following proposals emerged. To create more roles and visibility for women in the Church, and address perceptions of the Church as male-dominated. To make mental health and well-being a clear Church focus. To create spaces to support young people with anxiety, pressure, and perfectionism. To promote quiet and silence to counter busyness. To support young people who feel unwelcome or excluded. To develop parish responses to sport, work, and busyness pressures. Thank you for listening. As we close our reflection series on the priorities that will be taken forward to our Congress on youth, family, and faith, we ask you to notice how the Church might walk more closely with people amidst the real challenges of contemporary life.